In this video, I'm going to demo at a very high level ILINX Engage. So when I hit the Engage landing page, you see here, I've got a couple of options to log in or to register. I could click the register, and this is great because out of the box, users can come here and self-register. Behind the scenes, this creates an ILINX capture workflow, so customers can tailor that workflow however their needs be and however many levels of approval. And once that's done, that system can go ahead and tell this user that they are ready to log into the system. So once I would receive that email and I'm ready to log in, I can come in here, type in my credentials. Now I'm logging into the system as an internal user. So there's two types of users. There's internal users, which would be your host, the person who owns or manages the system. And then you would have your external tenants. So these would be customers or customer companies or constituents, or whomever that's basically outside your firewall typically. So when you log in, you come to the home page. This home page is laid out by your administrator. They get to choose which pieces of information are surfaced here, which navigation icons, which menu options, styling for colors and fonts, logos, etc. So here we see an inbox, notifications, and a calendar. Now these are what we call homepage cards, and the admin can define any number of cards for the homepage. These cards can surface in-flight workflows. This is an out-of-the-box notification. ILINX Engage has a calendar feature, so you can just drop that right on there. I can expose company documents, for instance. Any content store document I can expose here on one of these cards. It shows me how many are there, and I can click on the See All, and I can I can see a list of all of the documents, and I can click the New button, and through using eForms we can create a new document or a new workflow. We can also surface data only views from content store. So this is an employee contact list. So if I click over here, it's going to run that, and I can now search for users within this list. This is data only, so there's no documents. I can't click on any of these things to produce a document because it's just a data only. Come back to the home page. We've got on this home page, we've got a couple of KPIs. So the system allows you to put donut charts, pie charts, bar charts, area graphs, and KPIs as homepage cards to surface just quick information. We can create our own custom cards. These can contain any HTML you want. We provide a WYSIWYG editor. You can drop in videos and graphics and have control over your fonts and things like that. And then down below here, you see we've got a line chart that's surfacing some ticket information. So that's the home page. Now, this notifications, out-of-the-box notifications, you can put the homepage card here. You also have this little icon up here, which you can click on, and it's going to show you all of the notifications that have come in since you last logged in. And the cool thing about the notifications is that they can be actionable. So in this case, this is a notification where another user has shared a document with Casey. So Casey can click on the open document. This could be a workflow, this could be an in-flight workflow, or it could be a link to an eForm. So if it's, hey Casey, I need you to fill out this form, it could be a link to a form. It doesn't have to have a link. And there's a REST API, so these notifications can be created automatically by ILINX workflow, and the workflow can choose what text goes here, what links go here, icons, things like that. So out of the box, we also have the calendar control, and this is a shared calendar. So some of these calendar events are created by an individual user. Some are created for a specific tenant, and some can be created for the entire system. And again, these could be programmatically created by the workflow as well. So if I come to the inbox, this is just the homepage card for that. I can click the See All. I've also chosen to add a navigation element over here for my inbox. So I've picked an icon, exposed that capture view. I didn't put it in the menu though, so I get to choose how they're presented. So I can click on the My Inbox, and this is going to run a capture view, and I can see I've got a leave request, I've got some new user registrations that have to be approved, and I can click on those and open those up in ILINX eForms. These are in-flight workflows, so I can interact with them to approve or review or whatever it is that I need to do. So I can also choose to expose a list of all of the document views that the user has access to. So if I logged in as a different user, they're going to have a completely different set of content store views here. But this is all of the views that I have access to. I can click on the contracts, open those up. Let's see, this one's an interesting one because it has quite a few search parameters. So ILINX Engage honors all of your settings for your views. So required fields, drop lists. We have a really nice date selector where we can quickly select, last month, last 30 days this month, etc. I can do custom ranges, so I can just quickly select a date range like that and run my search. The system also has built in it a chat feature. So you can turn this on and off just by surfacing the navigation. You can also designate individual users as whether they participate in chat at all. So you may only have a couple of internal people that are your partner interfaces, your partner service reps, or whatever. So you may turn chat on for them. You don't want it turned on for all the rest of your internal people because your partners are going to be chatting them up. I can also expose a list of all of the eForms within the system. So for Casey Admin, these are the eForms that she has access to, and she can come and kick off any workflow that she wants here. I skipped over the all workflow. So I can also choose to put a navigation item here that would allow Casey access to all of the capture views that she has security to. So this is just going to operate just like my inbox, except it puts all of those views in one place, so you can come here and quickly open all of the tickets that you have access to. There's a help feature. This is just point and click. The admin gets to put whatever kind of content they want. It's a custom capability. You can put in videos and images just like we talked about on the homepage card. So we've got a couple of icons up here I want to go through. So we've got this little hamburger stack here. That collapses the navigation panel on the left to give you full screen. So if you're working with a complicated e-form or looking at a document, that's nice to kind of have the whole application real estate to work with. And then this little grid icon, this gives the user access to layouts. So these layouts are configured by the admin, and they just represent different focuses that the user may want to use. So Casey's an employee, so right now this blue one here that's highlighted, that's what is on her homepage. And so that layout is really focused around doing what she needs to do as an employee. So approving things for her employees, creating her own leave requests, checking the company's calendar, accessing company HR docs, things like that. But let's say Casey also, her primary job is in facilities. So she can switch over to a facilities layout where the tasks and the documents and the workflow items that are presented here on the home page are very specific to her performing her facilities work. So you see she's got a list of work orders, documents that are related to HVAC. She may have different types of charts and graphs here that are very specific to the facility operations. So for instance, here, property photos. This is a great example. There may be HVAC documents in here, things that she needs to do her daily job. So you can click on the work orders. Again, you can interact with in-flight workflows using ILINX eForms. There's also a default presentation for batches. If it's not an eForm batch, you can still get at it. You can get at the documents, you can get at the notes and the details about the batch as well. And lastly, every user has access to their profile, so they can change their avatar name. Some of it's read-only, of course. The preferred communication channel. So this will be important as we start rolling additional capabilities into the product to send notifications out to users based on their selection here. So you can choose email, phone, or a text, or of course we can send notifications out through the ILINX Engage interface as well. But in this case, Casey has text selected. There's a texting number, so the system can send automated text messages out to Casey. And then Casey can also manage her password settings as well. So that's just a super quick overview of ILINX Engage. Thanks.